Bonjour Watcher, this is Johnny Banger 45. Welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode, we have played. Yuuji is badly hurt this time. I don't know what will happen in the next day. So let's just watch, shall we? Let's see the continuity is. Oh, it's there here. Yumiko taking care of Yuuji. Sakaki's been very quiet for a while now. Her face is distinctly downcast. It's not like she is the one who stabbed me, but since she's been known to try on occasion, it's probably best not to joke about that. Sorry, but I'm feeling a little tired. Think you could let me sleep for a while?
そっか、了解。じゃあ私らは退散するわね。
Even Amanda doesn't seem eager to throw the usual banter around. Understandable under the circumstances. Sakaki, I'm sure today was a little nerve-wracking for you. Being alone might be frightening right now, so why don't you sleep over in someone else's room? Sorry, Sachi, but would you mind?
はい、わかりました。榊さん、行きましょう。わかったわ。
Let me know immediately if you notice anything suspicious. They haven't tried anything on school grounds so far, but there's no telling what comes next.
はい、了解です。
Sakaki barely said a word right out until the moment Sachi hustled her out of her room. That weighed on my mind a little, but even as I try to think it over, I feel myself sinking slowly into unconsciousness. As I slept, I dream of Sakaki. What? I see her as a young girl, standing very still in absolute darkness, sobbing endlessly. When I approach her, her appearance changes to the young woman I know. But the tears don't stop flowing down her face. No matter what I say to her, Sakaki stands oblivious in the darkness, crying bitter tears. Sakaki? The moment I wake, I notice an odd sensation envelop my left hand. The darkening road is silent, but I sense someone present nearby. It almost feels like a continuation of the dream, but when I move my eyes to the side, the truth becomes clear. No wonder you dream her, because she touched her. She touched you. Sakaki! Yes, that's right, my friend. That's right. I saw Sachi usher her out of the room. She should be asleep by now. Instead, she's sitting at my side.
ごめんなさい。起こしてしまったかしら。
It's alright. I got some sleep. Have you been sick here all this time? She answered with a quiet nod.
どうしても心配だったから。小峰さんの部屋に着いてすぐ戻ってきてしまったの。
Ah.
で、ずっと握っててごめんなさい。
The strange warmth surrounding my left wrist was coming from Sakaki's hand. I don't really mind.
そう。
Sakaki's downturned eyes briefly steal a glance at my face. They are a little bloodshot, and I can see a hint of red in her cheek. Seems that dream just now might have accurate in a way.
本当にごめんなさい。
Sorry. Stroking my hand a little, she speaks in a sincerely apologetic tone. Nothing to worry yourself. When you are on graduate, that sort of thing is always a possibility. Let's just be thankful no one end up in a hospital.
でも。
From the look on her face, I can tell Sakaki is remotely convinced by this line of argument. Look, it's nothing you need to feel guilty about. I accepted your request, so I put my body on the line when necessary. Even if I get a little bang out, as long as you are safe, that's a success.
成功なわけないでしょ。何を言ってるの。
Well, that's because she's already fallen in love with you, Yuuji-kun. All of a sudden, her quiet voice grows rough and quivery.
何を言ってるのよ。本当に。こんな怪我し成功なんて。
Since I choose my words somewhat poorly, Sakaki reaches the end of her endurance. Tears, clearly not the first time she shed tonight, fall onto my bandaged hand. Sakaki.
ごめんなさい。私、この間からあなたに情けない姿ばかりを。
The quiet cry begins to grow in intensely. Grasping my palm tightly, Sakaki heaves with a sob like a frightened child. Teardrops raining from her face. Her voice echoes loudly inside the otherwise hushed room. From outside the window, I can hear the faint sound of water cutting through the air. Come to think of it, the forecast today called for rain a little after midnight. It's exactly the sort of dark, ugly rain Sakaki hates so much.
怖いのよ。怖くて仕方ないの。
After a few minutes of wordless crying, those words slipped out of her mouth. Of what?
私のために周囲の人がこんな目に遭うのは本当に怖くて嫌で仕方ないのよ。
No wonder she distanced herself from other people.
このままだと風見くんも寮の子たちだって私のせいで嫌な目に遭わせてしまうかもしれない。
Sakaki squeezes down tighter and tighter. A tear lands on top of her rigid, tremble hands, then another.
もうあんなことが本当に。
Losing her mother, betrayed by her father, denied even the chance to make friends, she was pushed into a mock school built as a glider cage. On an emotional level, it's not surprising that Sakaki finds this latest breakdown deeply painful. But that's also exactly why I want to do something for her. The joy is easy to understand under this circumstance, but if I can give her some peace of mind, I honestly don't mind taking a few wounds like this. Looking at Sakaki's miserable face, I find myself regretting that I didn't manage to pass it off as a lighter injury.
あなたを風見くんをこれ以上苦しめるわけにはいかない。
Don't worry about me, I can still do my job, even if...
分かってよ。私あなたのことを本当に心配しているのよ。
Her voice is desperate, forced from the tears. I can't remember the last time I felt such a powerful hatred for my own incompetence. Complete silence settles over the room. Sakaki's eyes don't leave mine. With a sorrowful expression on her face, she opens her mouth and speaks sorrowful words.
あなたを解雇します。
Nani? What was that? For a moment I wonder if I misheard, but she doesn't hesitate to confirm my fears.
依頼だからなのよね。私を守ってくれるのは。だからあなたを解雇します。
Why you say you saw those people today? Without me around, next time they will definitely...
構わないわ。それであなたや寮のみんなが無事なら。
To be certain, although they attacked me today, their target is Sakaki alone. If I leave her aside, the main threat disappear. Those dangerous goons will probably decrease in number. Maybe we will disappear altogether. But of course, that's simply because they were able to accomplish their objective even without the muscle. I saw for Sakaki after making a promise like that, I can't a request to abandon her. Sorry, but you stay in danger. I'm not willing to shrug my shoulders and walk away. I refuse to resign.
ダメよ。強制的にでも破棄する。
Do you know what you are saying here? These people aren't playing around anymore. You're going to...
分かってちょうだい。
Listen to me, Sakaki.
分かってる。お願いだから。お願いだから。分かってよ。
Sakaki's expression tells the story. This isn't something she just said on the spur of the moment. It was a painful decision made after long thought. The tribes her tears have left her face, on her face. The tightly clenched hands, the anguish in the debate has left its mark on her. But just because I understand the depth of her resolve doesn't mean I can accept this. It's painful, frustrating to know my sloppiness drove her such an agonizing decision. Alright, I accept your dismissal. Sakaki is going to push no matter what I say. For the moment, there's no other way to give her relief. The instant I speak those words, the tension drains out of her hands.
ごめんなさい。私。
It's as if the heavy weight has fallen from her shoulders, as if she lost something precious. Her whole excuse for a smile on her face, Sakaki continues to apologize to me. Don't apologize, you're not in the wrong. The sound of the rain outside gradually grows louder. A harsh battery fills the dark room, cuts off even for the light of the moon. As of this day, my problem with Sakaki Yumiko came to an end in the form of the dismissal. Things are no better than they were at the beginning. No one's been saved. It's the emptiest of all possible conclusions. My contact with Sakaki is at an end. I am no longer obligated to guard her. Our classmates were uniformly surprised by the news, but they haven't pestered Sakaki about her reasons. I think they have more or less figured out why she made that painful decision. Makina, you ready to go? Finally, we're back to the normal routine life. Not a normal yet. I'm gonna have a shopping list too. Then she don't forget it is and things might get scarier.
それはまずいのよさ。後でどやされるのよさ。もらってくりゅー。
Okay, you just all connected now. Don't tell you homie. Makina? Her feet spectacly noisy against the carpet. Makina heads up to Amane's room. On the other side of the lobby, Sachi stupidly slightly in the attentive pose of an old-time newspaper reporter jotting down Sakaki's words in a small memo pad.
はい、わかりました。
ごめんなさい。あまり外に出るわけにもいかないから。
いいんです。遠慮されずに何でもお申し付けください。
ありがとう。
But there's no school involved. We're going out for a shopping trip, so Sakaki asking us to pick out a few things, just like Amane.
お待たせなのよさ。あまねからメモもらってきた。
Thank you.
じゃあ風見さん、行きましょうか。
Yeah. Answering my younger classmates, I glanced to the far side of the lobby. Sakaki's been reading on the sofa at the side of the large front windows for a while now, but from the desultory way she picking through the pages, I think it's safe to say she has a particular focus on the story. She glanced out from the page briefly. Our eyes met from across the room. Sakaki looks away, gets to her feet, and walks off in the direction of her room.
風見さん。
Right, yeah, about time we get going. Oops, did I miss something? Okay. Since leaving me on my message, Sakaki has set foot outside the school's walls. That's partially because of her own instinct for self-preservation and partially because of me. The girl's decision is no longer possible to actively protect herself against the clear threat posed by those attackers. She's dismissed me, so I will be dragged to a losing battle on her behalf. But even after that, I do continue to keep an eye on Sakaki, if more indirectly than before. I try to keep my distance, but I never too far away to respond in case something happens. I think Sakaki is fairly aware of that. It's probably part of the reason she's shutting herself out in the door instead of going outside, making my life harder. It's not like she come out and told me any of this, of course, but considering her behavior until now, it seems like natural interpretation. Sakaki defiantly rejected the life of a bird in the cage. I think I should still please even if the face of threat, but now she's locked up once again. My determination to protect the girl is part of what's now fencing her in. It's honestly pretty damn frustrating. Our shopping list isn't too huge today, and my young classmates only need a few things themselves, all of which we find easily enough. Well, luckily we have Sachi. Sachi is very strong, I think. Let's say the total investment on this trip turns out to be fairly sensible.
ユミちゃんのオーダーは細かくてめんどっちいのよさ。
Saki's shopping list reflects her personality. It's neatly and methodically written, even naming specific manufacturers and product numbers. Sorry. Sachi insisted we could not painstaking hunt for the exact item described, so this is fine. The part of the trade is taking longer than the rest for mine.
でもここまで細かく言っていただけると買う方としては助かります。
Sachi smiled peacefully, allowed the eco-friendly reusable shopping bags dangling from her hands to sway back and forth. Naturally, she brought enough of those things for all of us. Not that it's anything news, but you are sure on top of things, Sachi.
はい、備えあれば憂いなしと申しますから、すべてにおいて通じる言葉です。
Well, trainer, they love that cliche in my workplace too.
避妊用品も常に持ち合わせていれば、あ、と思った際にも慌てずに済みますよね。つまりはそういうことです。
Right, sure. It's a bit late to level my role in the rising levels of vulgarity around here, but When a girl who comes off as innocent personified starts talking like this, I can't help feeling a little guilty. But then again, lately I have been starting to think a good part of the problem might lie inside Sachi herself. But as I consider the matter, Sachi comes to a stop with a small surprise sound. She gets a little way down the street with a curious expression on her face. Mafia? What's wrong, Sachi? I turned to follow her gaze. What the hell is that woman doing? Sakaki! A certain blonde has parked herself by the side of the road. Oh! JB!
もう遅い。
Escorting the driver's seat of her tacky bright yellow sports car, she kicks her bare legs into the air in a tacky display of irritation, turning every bare head in the area. She pulling up on the windshield waiting for someone, looking down at her watch with a pouty expression of bother, occasionally even whining to her audience.
いろんなものを持て余してる感じなのよさ。
An accurate evaluation. As I bring a hand to my forehead and slide out even the bare-legged blonde in question turns in our direction.
Hi!
And with a greeting more appropriate for a co-ed hitchhiker stranded in the Utah desert, she favors me with a nauseatingly sweet smile. Alright, let's go. No reason to hang out here all day. Studiously avoiding eye contact, I tend to play dumb.
ちょっとおい、何無視ってんのよ。こっちは1時間もこうして待ってたのよ。ガン無視ってことはないでしょ。ねえってば。
Abruptly switching to fluent and idiomatic in Japanese you never expect from someone with her appearance, JB calls to stop me. I obey, feeling my face settle in an expression of profound irritation. What's this? Here I was, thinking the owner of some cheap sex shop decided to announce his grand opening by renting a walking billboard bimbo, but it's just you. That's just my good friend JB doing her thing. What can I do for you?
これまで功労者として多めに見てきたけど、その暴言はもはや許せないわ。風見裕二。
Look, JB, I'm not particularly criticizing you. I have the greatest respect for your professional capabilities. All I say is, given your age, it might be time to quit this hobby of wandering around town in clueless foreigner mode while dirtying old men undress you with their eyes. No offense,
あん
instead.
た絶対に次の移動でアフガンかソマリアに飛ばしてやるから覚悟しときなさいよね。
Damn, son. That might be a nice change of pace. I'm currently unemployed, you see. It really makes you realize the importance of having a nice steady job.
は？何言ってるの？あなた今。
Halfway through the sentence, JB bites her tongue. Sachi and Maki are at my side. We are in the middle of the public street full of random civilians. Not exactly the time or place to discuss my job.
学生なのに無職とは面白いご身分ね。
Well, I suppose not. That's why I enjoy a lazy summer vacation instead of polishing my resume.
ねえ、ちょっと話があるんだけど、これから少し付き合わない？
Yes, I would like to say that. Why right now?
ええ、すぐに。
Sounds like another troublesome discussion awaits. Jamie still got the light-hearted expression on her face, but she spoke those words just now in a familiar deadpan tone of voice. From years of experience, I know it means this is somehow related to work. Sorry, but would you two mind going back first?
はい、わかりました。
なんだよ。フレッシュな小娘2人放置プレイで、そっちの存在感のない金髪とんのか。お兄ちゃんってそんな熟女好きだったか？
存在感のない金髪。
おう。ちなみに存在感ある金髪ってのはチルチルのことな。ありゃ忘れようと思っても無理な話やで。
That's why Makina-chan is kawaii.
存在感。
Interesting how that part bothers you more than the mature woman crack.
ほら、マキちゃん、風見さん困ってるよ。
わーったよ。お兄ちゃん、ちゃんとおいたせずにまっすぐ帰ってくるのよ。
Never thought Makina would be the one saying that to me. The times are truly changing.
それじゃあ、春寺さん、 失礼します。風見さん、先に戻りますね。
Sorry about that. Sachi probably leaves dragging a grumble Makina along with her.
存在感ないかな。結構目立つと思ってたんだけどな。
Don't take the kids class seriously. Come on, let's get going already. Why is it that all women in my life, regardless of age and personality, uniformly manage to give me headaches? Sakagi begins to shout, stepping up in the road. Obviously, a visit to the riverbank has stopped as well. After a few minutes zipping down country roads in JB's ridiculous flashy car, the two of us take a seat near the otherwise desert area where the incidents occur.
そう。やっぱり個人的に護衛を頼まれていたのね。
And I was specifically restricted for accepting, but in any case, it's been over a few days now. For the moment, I explained the details of my recent unemployment to JB. I do expect her to be a little more surprised about Sakaki's request and my decision to accept it, but she doesn't even bat an eyelid. Kind of kills my momentum. I suppose JB may have done a little investigation on her own as a part of this job, holding with Sakaki's father.
ほら、お弁当作ってきたのよ。食べる？
Once I more or less finish my job, JB pushes a prettily wrapped lunchbox in my direction. Sandwiches, eh? Wise choice, Julia. I suppose even you'll be able to make this without turning the kitchen into too much of a disaster zone. The really girl is also a little painful to look at, but I decided it's best to keep that particular thought to myself.
あのね、ユージ。あれから私だって多少は料理も上達した。って食べる前に一言ぐらい言ってから食べなさいよ。
I did say something. Did you hear me? Okay, end the episode here. Thank you for watching my video. My video is just for fun. Don't take time, brothers and sisters.
セーブ
Okay?
するわ。
Magic word time. Adios e famosa. We got a good scene just now. What? Turkey shot? What does that mean?